Okay, what is this, Lady Ada?
Hey everybody, and welcome to another show and tell. It's our weekly show and tell. This is your chance to show up and show off your project. What are you working on? We'd love to see it, whether it be your makerspace or your cosplay or your electronics or your CNC mill. Whatever it is, come by and show it off. We're here until about 7:50, so you have about 20 minutes to have people show off their project. So when we call on you, unmute your mic and spend about 2 to 3 minutes max. Show off your projects. We have time to get to everybody, and also time for us to get on to our next show. We'll start off with Noah and Pedro. Hey, from Florida, what's going on?
Hey guys. Yeah, so we're starting this new series called Milling Mondays, where we do a time lapse of milling some interesting things. So you guys probably saw it on Monday. It was our first attempt at milling something on the back of an iPhone. This is an old iPhone. It's got a cracked screen. So I figured this would be a good sort of guinea pig for testing out the engraving bit on the other mill. So that is, what do we need, Phil?
That is Sparky the Blue Smoke Monster. And
yeah, but what do we need?
Ambassadors.
Yeah. So that's kind of interesting.
I'm not supposed to do that.
Oh, okay. Oops. Sorry, guys. But anyway, this was a, I don't know, was it an hour-long thing?
About a half an hour. No,
Right.
no, 40 minutes.
Okay,
Like that, yeah.
so the trick here was to just incrementally set the depth so that you don't, puncture the battery, because the battery is like right there, so you don't want to do that. So just easing it in little by little is the way to go. Obviously, take the measurements and then taking consideration of like the tape, because the tape has thickness as well. So we did a live stream of that on Periscope, and obviously it's already up on YouTube. But that was this week's Milling Monday, and we'll continue to try out some more risky yet fun things.
We're going to do an iPad next or something.
So
This week's episode, in anticipation for the Jeroni Awards, we did a little SEMA mount for a little GoPro, and since we're doing a lot of 360 now, we made a little mount with all the little parts in the Adafruit shop to make a Theta S camera mount for a drone. We just flew this thing around and just attached the
360
Theta
drone
S.
view.
Yeah. We took off the legs and just sort of hold it when it takes off and lands, and yeah, you're able to adjust this, move it around, and we're just using the quarter to quarter inch and the threaded 3/4 to quarter inch converter and the little thing that comes with your GoPro mount, and we just flew this guy around.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? I want to see the video.
We have some footage.
I would like to see that. That sounds really awesome.
Yeah, hang in there for I don't know, the next show. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And tomorrow we'll do the live thing.
Okay.
All right, pretty cool. That's it.
Sounds great.
All right, next
Thanks,
up.
guys.
All right, thanks.
Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Hey. Yeah, real quick, I have just a couple of things to show. So Friday last week, did this little project. This was the smart toilet light. So it has an ESP8266 and a little LED, and you clip this on the rim of your toilet bowl, which sounds like a bizarre thing, but that's actually a product that's out there now. Like it's kind of a popular thing, these little toilet bowl lights. But I thought it'd be fun to display data in your toilet bowl. So I show how to hook it up to if this then that in Adafruit IO. So when the weather forecast changes, it can change the color in your toilet bowl. And it's actually kind of cool. Like when I first started, I thought, oh, this is going to be really dumb, but it's the kind of thing that I think would be kind of fun and neat to do. So check that out. There's a video on the YouTube site. And then I'll just do a quick little demo. So Monday I did a live stream where I looked at a project called Alexa Pi on the Raspberry Pi, and it's a version of using Amazon's Alexa voice service. So 2 weeks ago I looked at Amazon's official code, and it's pretty complicated and kind of messy to set up. But this version's a lot simpler. It's someone created it for the chip microcomputer and then ported it to Raspberry Pi. Really easy to use Python code. So I've got this to the Zoom audio recorder. This is basically the audio output and input for my Raspberry Pi. So I'll ask Alexa a question real quick, and hopefully she'll respond. So tell me a joke. Oh, she stopped. Oh, hang on. Sorry, messed that up. Let me try this again. So tell me a joke. All right, sending it off to the server. So it's going to play the response.
Bubblegum crossed the road because it was stuck to the chicken's foot.
Why did the bubble gum cross the road? Because it was stuck to the chicken's foot. So
Terrible.
in this version, it also cuts off like the first second of audio playback, like the Amazon code. But it works. It's cool. It's got all the functionality of Alexa, almost all of it. I think there's some stuff you can't do, but basic stuff. Ask it to do things work. So check those videos out. There's cool stuff there.
All right, sweet.
Good
Looks
stuff.
like you're getting a lot done with the Raspberry Pi Internet of Things projects, and yeah, the Internet of Toilets project was a big hit. So
Yeah.
people should check out that video. It is hilarious.
It was a real project.
It's a real
Yep, totally.
project.
That was a funny thing. Some people thought it was a joke, but it's a
Yeah,
joke and a
sure.
project. That's the best thing.
They're like, I can't believe you actually wrote the code for this. I'm like, it's probably easier to write the code for it than to like fake the demo.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Thanks so much,
All right,
Tony.
thanks,
Okay, we're
Tony.
going to go to the rest of the folks here. Remember, keep it 2 minutes so we can get to everyone. We have a full house tonight. LaDe.
All right, take a couple minutes
How's
and
it
tell us
going?
about your project.
Oh, hey everybody. So, the past week or so, I've been doing a lot of stuff since it was break. I'm actually going to be going to a 3D printer meeting thing later at like 6. Oh, well, no, I'm in the West Coast. Never mind. So, because I realized, well, I don't know how to get these things to work, the Allegro A4998 stepper motor drivers. But then I realized I was doing it wrong because I didn't even have a multimeter, so I had to go to Goodwill and I grabbed one of these ancient things.
That works. Sure works fine.
Yeah, it worked. So I realized, oh, I have to use a decoupling capacitor for this because I wasn't really doing it correctly. So I was getting like these voltage spikes. And I didn't know what that was, but then I realized, oh, you know, but just because and I'm like, oh no, I just sent it out to a PCB thing already. So now I'm gonna have to find a CNC place to get the revision 2 model out, and then the revision 3 model out. So I just running into a ton of problems, and so last week when I sent it off, I'm like, I need my own printers and everything now because you know, it's so frustrating.
Yeah, this is engineering. It's a long process, but you're getting there every week. You're making progress and you're learning more.
Yeah.
That's important.
It just kind of feels bad because I'm like every single week I come on and it's just the same stuff, but I'm like, this is so much fun anyways because it's people that I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. I've been doing the same thing for like 10 years.
Yeah, we've been here for like 9 years.
Yeah, nothing's
It's like people that understand me. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
It's like we had PC 104, now we have Raspberry Pi. Same problems.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, well, oh, sorry.
No, I was going to say, keep coming back as you share your progress with us. We want to check this out. We're committed.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
All right, thanks, LaDe.
Thanks so much, LaDe. All right, next up.
Goot.
Goot. G-U-T-E. Want to make sure I'm pronouncing that right. Goot.
Hello.
Hey, hi.
Hello. Show us your project.
Sorry about last week. My laptop died, but I finally got a better one. So I put in a link. I built a clock thanks to you, LaDe, and Phil, for the videos you put together. And I'm going to flip my camera around so you can see it. This is it right there.
Whoa.
And I have it pretty much running all right. I have a couple of animations that I can put together. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, it's great. These are the happy people.
And I put a link on the page.
That's what time it is.
So I'm a software guy, and I've been learning a lot about hardware from you guys, and this has been a lot of fun. And the clock is basically a Raspberry Pi Zero, and from there I pretty much adapted some stuff that I did before from the Arduino. So I just want to quickly, a couple of things that I did that was kind of really fun on it. So yeah, I had the animation. Let me stop that. So yeah, this is I'm just putting my screen here so you can see what I'm doing. And it's basically a REST interface. So if I wanted to say something like, hi, LaDe and Phil, you see it come out there, and then I can have it bounce around, and I can have it scroll around, and you can do all sorts of fun stuff.
Getting busy.
Yeah, you can put like a background. I keep thinking about MOSFET. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
You can have a
MOSFET clock.
yeah, MOSFET clock, you know.
Yeah,
and
feed me.
you put background messages and all. Anyway, so it's been a blast. And thank you so much for your videos and your tutorials. You guys are awesome.
Thank you so
and
much for sharing that. And email support@adafruit.com. And we'd love to send you out, as seen on the show and tell sticker that you can put somewhere on the clock.
This clock, it does everything.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun. Yeah, I got the little web server going, and it was really fun doing it. So.
That's cool.
Yeah, you set bits and you see the bits.
Next up, Colton. Colton, how's it going?
Hey, Colton.
Unmute your mic and show us your project.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, nice. So you know how Minecraft Pi, you can't like use VNC to play it and view it, right?
Sorta. I haven't been calling on my Pi and Minecraft stuff lately.
Yeah. So what I've been doing is trying to figure out a way to do it. What I've dang wires figured out is I have here a USB capture video grabber, and I have it hooked up to some random old I think it's like an old video camera connection thing, and it runs into a headphone microphone split into my Pi, and because this is initially doesn't have the fourth. Sorry for my stuttering, autism.
Okay.
It's this is 4 outputs. You know, the video, the ground, and all that. But this is only 3, and I figured out that I can use the microphone part to get the video output. Here, let me switch to video output really quick.
Okay. There's a black screen, so it might
I'm into
not
the black
be,
screen.
Google Plus must not like that.
might not like that video input source.
All right.
Well, either way, I think I know what you're doing. So you wanted to do the video output from Minecraft.
Yeah.
So it goes in. Yeah, I was going to say you can probably just turn the camera.
Yeah, and there's the source right there. It works perfectly with the VLC player.
Oh, gotcha. So then you'd be able to pipe that out and.
Yeah.
But okay, that's pretty cool.
Nice.
All right. Well,
that's a hack.
Yeah. Well, good stuff.
Yeah.
Email support@adafruit.com and you get the as seen on the show and tell sticker. You can put it on any of those boxes that you use to move around.
Yeah, and that's through the NTSC port.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Next up, Paul. Hey, Paul. How's it going? Unmute your mic and show us your project.
Hello.
Hello.
Yo.
So I've always been. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah. You sound great.
Okay, great. So I've always been enamored with the Macintosh, the look and the compactness and everything. And so I built a Macintosh Raspberry Pi enclosure that'll take a 7-inch Adafruit display. It's got a little storage cubby here. It's got the handle, of course. You can't have a Mac without the handle. And there's this thing that I designed in OpenSCAD. This is all done in OpenSCAD. But it'll hold 10 Raspberry Pis in the back here. And this is the hardtop version, because it's got the roof. And then I've got another version that I call the Cabriolet, very classy. And I'm gonna don't get all motion sick from this, but that is, let's see, which side's the camera on? That is the Cabriolet version that's got the 10 Raspberry Pis installed. And I don't know if you could make that out or not.
Yeah, but I thought, what is it like? They're connected up as like a network? Like, I mean, what?
Yeah.
Need 10.
Because.
Yeah.
Because
reasons.
Because reasons.
Yeah. So we've got 10 Raspberry Pis in here. It's sitting on a couple of 8-port switches. One of the Raspis is working as a storage server, and I've got a couple of laptop hard drives or external hard drives up top there. And then, of course, you can see here that this has got the display in a portrait or a landscape configuration. The original version that I did had it in portrait, and it looks more like a Vectrex than a
yeah, that is
than a Mac.
Some weird Newton SE30 or something. It's just like rejected Lisa. So is it actually going to go into a classic Mac case, or is it you're just forming it to the same? You just want it to look similar.
I was originally considering buying an old Mac and gutting it.
Yeah.
And then trying to fit the 7-inch display in. But the more I looked at it, the more I was like, this is going to be a nightmare of like trimming fins and cutting off screw posts and trying to fit other things into it. So I decided I'll skip that and I'll just start from scratch. So this is a one-piece print in my printer bot. So it's right out to the edges. It's like 9.5 inches by 9.5 inches by 9.5.
Wait, does it even have the little handle?
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
You can carry around those 10 Raspberry Pis.
I know. I also gonna put it. I remember they advertised it for the original like Mac Plus. It had a guy like, and it had the Mac, and he carried it and he put it in his bike basket. And I was like, nobody's ever going to do that. But anyways, all right, you're ready to take your 10 Pis.
All right, excellent project, Paul.
Around.
Thank you so much. Email support@adafruit.com, and there's obviously some room on there for an As Seen on the Show and Tell sticker.
Great, thanks.
All right, looks lovely.
All right, let's start. William. Hey, William, how's it going?
Hello, William.
Unmute your mic and your project.
Okay, hey, how you doing today?
Hello.
And hey, I got my printed circuit board back, and here it is. And the only problem is that I couldn't get 2 relays to fit on my second revision, but I did get the 2 relays to work on my third revision. However, I haven't sent that off into the PC board makers yet, just because I've been spending a lot of money making these things, and it's funny because the user before it said that he had just made a mistake, but he had already sent it off to the mill. God, I know how that feels.
Yeah.
Anyway, but let me look down here. What I have here is this is just a generic program called Pi Relay, and I have it hooked up to some electrical mains right now on this unit right here, and you can see it's active. It's a Pi 0, and
Be careful.
Yeah, it is hooked up to. Don't do this at home unless you know what you're doing. This is electricity, so don't do it unless you know what you're doing. But I'm pretty good with it. Now,
You got used to getting shocked. Okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time. So you can see that I have a display with several things. I have the alarm HID lamp. I hit it, boom, it turns off.
Nice.
I have it on my other reading lamp. I turn that off. So it's all working. It's communicating with the Pi 0. Now, I want to mention that the point of this isn't to be a standalone thing. I'd like there to be a fleet of these out into the field so that they can talk to one another. Now, this is both input and output. You can see that I've got some magnetic sensors on here, and I've been just using these to experiment, to flip relays on and off. Everything works mechanically and electronically on this. It's just a question of programming. I want to thank you yesterday for showing me the feather hooked to the door alarm. That was really interesting. It was kind of depressing for me because you've got a feather that is kind of in the same price range as a Pi 0. And my mistake was in that when I designed the circuit, I originally thought that the Pi 0 was going to have Wi-Fi built in. And because it doesn't have Wi-Fi built in, it makes it not cost effective. The 0 and the whole Pi concept is beautiful because that gives me a development platform, programming platform. It's got my I/O built in, my Wi-Fi built in, my communications built in. So all I have to do is build this device right here, and this is absolutely just a wonderful platform to play with.
Yeah, you
my new revision has
A+, whatever, any Pi, it'll work with it.
Yeah. Well, I actually designed this to work with the 26 pins rather than the 40 pins. I figured you don't need all 40 if I'm not going to use them, and if I use only the 26 pins, then I can retro it with anything I want. The other thing that I made on my brand new revision is that because I wanted to maintain the footprint. Whoops, there we go. Because I wanted to maintain the footprint, I can only use 16 of these. Screw terminal strips because I had to maintain the size. So, but that worked. I put a link to both the test program that I used, and also I gave you a link to the actual printed circuit board design. If anybody wants to use that, you're welcome to it. You can get it done and manufactured through the PC board through Express PCB. And they have free software, and you can also look at the design and see what I've done. Also, on the new version that I did, I wasn't able to have all 8 analog inputs available on the screw terminal strip. So what I did with those 2 unused inputs was I used them to monitor the condition of the relay. Part of the problem with a 3-way switch and a 4-way switch on all home lighting control systems is you don't know whether the light's on or off with the 3-way switch, because you could have your remote switch turned on and the light will be off. Well, what I can do with one of my inputs is have a photo sensor and put it up by the light fixture, so I will know when that light fixture is on or off, or basically to know if that lighting device is in fact on or off. So I thought that was kind of a there we go. I thought that was kind of a cool revision to do. I need to get my software down and learn how to program a little bit more, because this Pi Relay, although it's a wonderful program, the problem is it doesn't fit my needs. It's not really a full duplex program. It's only half duplex. And I need to not only activate relays, but I need to be able to get input from that remote device, from the remote 0 device, so that I could do things with it. Like, for example, some of the inputs are going to be alarm inputs. So when my alarm is like at home or away, it will do what it's supposed to. Just because you're at home with an alarm system doesn't mean it's off. And when you're away, of course, you want to be able to turn all your motion detectors on. When I'm at home, I have gun racks, I have a safe, I have things that I still want to keep safe even though I'm home. Yeah. Panic alarms and medical alerts, stuff like that. You don't ever really want to turn that stuff off. So that's
you got your work cut out for you.
All right, come back next week and give us another update on this relay.
Good project.
Quest.
It's a home retrofit system. It's basically to be also work with like a plumlighting.com. If you look at plumlife.com, they have a Wi-Fi controlled lighting control circuit that's made to compete with the Lutron or the Light Touch or the HomeWorks. They've got it wrong. Lutron wants you to buy a custom hub that only communicates with its devices. What I'm saying is I want my devices to work on regular Wi-Fi, and I want them to be able to communicate with my tablet. And that's the whole point of doing what I'm doing, is I want all my lighting control and all my control stuff and my alarm system to all report to this. Like with an alarm system, sometimes you don't want the police to come. Sometimes you want to deal with it personally, or it's a medic alarm, or I'll decide what to do when my alarm goes off. I don't need ATT.
Exactly.
Okay, well, thank you so much for.
Thank you so much, William. Excellent project. All right, thank you, Colton. Thank you, Good. Thank you, LaDe. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Pedro. Thank you, Tony. And we'll see everybody next week. If you're on the show and tell, don't forget to email support@adafruit.com. We'll send you an as seen on the show and tell sticker. Ask an Engineer starts in about 5 minutes.
All right, bye, everybody.
All right, bye-bye.
Later.
Bye.
Zoom. Okay.